This episode of DETV's Business 101 is brought to you by the Delaware Small Business Chamber. To sign up today, call 302-482-2120. What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Big Eye, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV. I'm here. You're here at the late night DETV Business, DETV Finance podcast, where we're asking and answering everything all business. You're going to see a lot of different people on here talking about business in Delaware. So, Governor, if you get this, we invite you here to the podcast to talk about what's going on. I'm here today with, first of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Plush Vodka. Thank you, Plush, for doing everything you do and supporting and believing in DETV. And also, I want to give a shout out to one of our other sponsors, All Pro Window Tinting in Middletown, Delaware. If you need anything from your house to your motorcycle tinting, he even does wraps. Make sure you call Dorian at All Pro Window Tinting. You know All Pro Window Tinting?
No, I don't.
Did you meet the guy from Plush Vodka?
Nope.
I think he was at the Super Bowl party.
Oh yeah, I did meet
Tall
him.
cat. Yeah, he's really dope. And the vodka is good. So again, shout out to Plush. Everything small business, everything business. Who the heck who are you, Steve?
I'm Steve Johnson, affectionately known here in Delaware as the Star Maker.
The Star Maker?
No, I did not give myself that name.
Okay.
But I help small businesses either make more money, save more money, or save more time.
All right. I like that. So what do people find the most appealing? The save more money, make more money, or their time?
Most people find making more money the most appealing. But once you've reached a certain level, it's definitely about saving more time. Okay.
So question, Steve. You're the kingmaker, the star maker, right? And no, you didn't give yourself that name. Who says so?
Who says what?
Who says you're the star maker? You're the kingmaker.
My track record says that.
What's that?
In the last 3 years, I've created almost 30 six-figure earners here in Delaware, 2 seven-figure earners. I don't know anybody else who's done that.
Right.
I'm not saying that nobody else has done it. I'm just saying if I don't know them.
You're good at what you do is what you're saying.
If you've done that, please come on over here and sit right here in this chair next to me. We want you here too.
So what are some of the things, and I want to ask you this because, one thing that this podcast is designed for is to helping people and giving people resources and all that. What's some of the things that you experience in small businesses that are like a pain point?
For starters, everybody thinks they need help with marketing. This is a story that you hear over and over again. Every small business thinks they need help with marketing. They don't? No. What most small businesses need help with is sales. Sales and marketing are not the same thing.
Explain. Go ahead. Explain.
So you can sit here and tell me how much you need to get your name out there.
Right.
You can sit here and tell me how many followers you want to have on social media. But if those followers are not translating into paying customers.
Converting their customers.
Yes.
So a lot of people don't know that workflow, that framework. They don't know that.
That's right.
You want to go through that?
No.
Okay, that's the next.
Write a check, book a consult.
Okay. So the pain points. What other pain points do you see?
So we said everybody thinks they need help with marketing. Finding and hiring the right people is a struggle.
Okay.
For some people.
Right.
Finding the right customer is also a struggle.
Okay.
For some people. Pricing appropriately is a huge struggle now. Because everybody wants that premium pricing, but
they don't have. Do they have a premium service?
Do you have a premium product or service? If you do not, if you just learn how to do something, you should not be charging top dollar for it.
Right. And I want to give. This is a resource. I think I got some sound. Was that it? All right. So let me. Oh shoot! There we go. Shout out to Delaware Division of Small Business, doing amazing things. Make sure you give it up for them. Woo! All right. Let's get back to it. All right, enough of that. I had to give a shout out to my peoples over here. All right, pain points. Give me this. How should some of these businesses fix their pain points? And let's talk about the first one you was talking about, marketing. They think they need marketing, but what they need is sales.
Yes.
How important is sales inside of a small business, big business, any size business?
That is a great question. And let me explain this to you guys. I'm going to make this really, really clear.
All right.
Sales is the one thing you cannot be bad at. I'm going to repeat that because I think it bears repeating. Sales is the one thing you cannot be bad at. You can have bad customer service and still have a business. You can have bad marketing and still have a business. You can have bad operations and still have a business. Go 3 months with bad sales and see what happens.
Oh, 3 months and no sales and bad sales, it'll cripple you.
Yes, you absolutely cannot be bad at sales.
So is it possible? Let's give it up. Let's give it up to him one time for saying that. Is it possible that sales is the pipeline, is the bloodline of a business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. You can't grow the business without it. You can start the business without it,
right,
but you cannot grow a business without sales.
Okay, so where should a person start? Like, because there's a lot of business owners that I ran across that really don't understand, sales or marketing. They give a good product, they give a great service, but they don't understand infrastructure. They don't understand a lot of these things that make a business work. A lot of people don't understand. They think that marketing and advertising are the same. Right. And so they think sales and
sales and marketing.
And marketing is the same. Where should a person start when they say, you know what, I need to create sales in my company? Or what are some of the flags that they may see when it's time for to start the sales company, the sales team?
All right. The first thing you need to realize is sales is not about talking. Sales is about listening. That's the first thing you want to realize. Second, it's not about convincing the customer to make a particular decision. Your job is to convince that customer that spending money with you is the best decision. Now, there are 9 questions. I'm going to give you a little framework here to work with. Once you've answered these 9 questions, you have yourself a solid little sales plan. The first question is, who is your target audience? Now, that needs to be the best possible person. Who is it that you want to work with? Not who can you work with, your ideal customer. Tell me about that person. Don't just tell me what they are, tell me who they are.
Why is that important?
This is important because it narrows it down for you, right? So you could sit here and say your product is for everybody,
right,
your service is for everybody.
Right.
This is a lie. No, it's not. Because when you try to sell to everybody, you're not going to sell to anybody.
Say it again. Hold on. Say it again.
When you try to sell to everybody, you're not going to sell to anybody. All right?
What does that mean?
I'll give you an example.
Please give an example.
I'll give you an example.
Jeez.
I have an aunt, my beautiful Aunt Linda. Aunt Linda is...
We love Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda's like 72 or 73. She does not have any social media. There's nothing you're ever going to be able to say to convince her to get any kind of social media. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. She's not going to do it. She likes to go into the store and pay cash. Now, me, I consider myself an elder millennial, right? I try to minimize human contact as much as possible.
All right.
If I go to order food and I have to pick up the phone to call, they don't have an online option, I'm probably going to find something else to eat that night, right? All right, I'm being honest with you. I want to pay with my card and have that item, or I want to have it come to my home. I do not want to go in and pay cash. Now, because our buying habits are totally different,
okay,
can you advertise to us the same way?
No.
Can you sell to us the same way?
No.
No, you cannot. And the services, in fact, the products and services that you offer to us might also have to be different. So that's one. Who is the target audience? The second question is, what's your message to that target?
Right.
What is your message to that target? And it must be something that does not involve price and does not involve customer service. So you can't say, I got the lowest prices. We don't care.
Right.
Whatever you're selling, if I'm selling this little shot glass right here, I probably can't sell this for less than Walmart does.
Right.
So you can't sell based on price. You got to sell based on value. You can't sell based on customer service either. We're going to assume that you already give good customer service. So that can't be the reason that people are buying from you. What you're offering must be different. The third question you want to ask.
I'm listening.
What is the media that you're going to use to communicate that message to that target?
Say it again.
What's the media you're going to use to communicate that message to that target. List it out. So, for instance, my Aunt Linda, you might have to put some ads in newspapers because she still reads the newspaper. You might need some TV ads. But if your target audience is me, elder millennial, you're going to have some social media ads. You're going to have some ads on Instagram. You're going to have to, see if you can invest in some YouTube ads.
Not YouTube ads.
Yeah.
YouTube ads, though.
The next question. What is going to be your lead capturing system? You storing their contact info on your phone is not good enough. That's not going to do it. That'll do it when you first start. It's not going to help you grow. All right, you need a lead capturing system. So can I show mine to the camera real quick?
Yeah, what is it?
No, it's just a spreadsheet that I use. I call it my little activity tracker.
Yeah, activity tracker. So a lot of people, I like Monday.com.
Monday is a very good one. Trello is a good one too. Trello is more of like a project management type of software. Mm-hmm. But Trello is good.
Move it down just a little bit so they can.
Monday is good.
There you go.
So this is just a spreadsheet right here. All right, y'all know what a spreadsheet looks like, but I'm going to tell you what the fields are. The fields on it I have are the prospect's name, because they're not a customer yet. They're a prospect. So their name, how and
Hold
where.
on, son. So you're going to give them the whole blueprint?
Well, I'm assuming we're not going to publish this.
They getting the blueprint tonight, baby.
I'm assuming we're not going to publish this.
We publishing it all.
If you are, make sure you charge for it.
Get these resources while you can, yo. Shout out Delaware Division of Small Business.
So their name, how and where did I meet them? All right, because that's important too. That gives me something to say when I call them on the phone. When I call them on the phone, I can reference how and where we met.
Okay, all right.
What did we talk about? Mm-hmm. What products or services do they potentially qualify for?
Okay.
What's the last date that I contacted them?
Right.
What's the follow-up date? What's their email address, their phone number, and any notes?
Why is that important?
Your notes section is the most important thing on here. This is where you'll put, if I accidentally bumped into you in Whole Foods and you had an Eagle shirt on, what do you think I'm going to say when I call you on the phone?
Go Birds?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Now, now that you figured out what your, what question are we on? 4?
Yeah.
Now that you figured out what your, what that's going to be, your next question is, what's your lead nurturing strategy?
What's the lead? What's lead nurturing?
How are you going to nurture those leads? So you've got 30 names on your activity tracker. Mm-hmm. How do we make sure you stay top of mind? How do we make sure they don't forget about you? All right, so you could do text messages, you could do emails, depending on the target demo, depending on your target audience.
Right.
I recommend doing text messages. All right.
Text messages work.
Here's why.
Okay.
Most people.
Tell them, son.
Most people have an email inbox full of unread emails. Ooh. Most people do not have a cell phone full of unread text messages. Now, some people do, but most people do not. So a text message is a lot more likely to get read than an email is. So, and the key here is you must be bringing value before you've actually charged them anything. All right. So you got to provide value, and you got to do it for free. All right. What are we on? Question number 6.
Yeah.
Question number 6 is, what's your sales conversion strategy? So what's the process that you're going to use to get them from, hey, I'm interested in this, to I bought this? What's the process you're going to use for this?
Right.
All right. And then from there, the next question is, how do I deliver an extraordinary customer experience? Now, there's a reason I'm using the language that I'm using.
Okay.
All right. I'm saying customer experience. I'm not saying customer service.
What's the difference?
Sure. So let's say you go into your what kind of phone is this? This an iPhone right here? You go into a phone store.
Right.
You need to get a new iPhone.
Right.
They go ahead and ring up your new phone, put it in your hand. Have a good day, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
They might be nice to you. They might be cordial. All right, fine. That's good customer service. But let's say you went into that same cell phone store. They sit down with you. They transfer your data from this phone to this phone. They put the case on, put the screen protector on, ask you if you want this, ask you if you want that, and they make sure that all of your needs are taken care of before you leave.
Right.
That's an experience. All right. So we want to create a good customer experience.
All right.
All right.
I got it. I feel you.
So
that's where relationships start, right?
Right.
That's where and a lot of people get in sales and they don't understand, like, they're not just buying the product, they're buying the relationship that they have with you.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your next to last question is going to be, hold on, pause it, if you can.
Ain't no pause. I'll give you some music. I give you some of that, Steve. This is that epiphany.
All right, so your next to last question, or your eighth question, is going to be, how do you increase your customer lifetime value? Very important term, customer lifetime value. So how much do you make off this particular individual over the course of them being a customer? And how do you get somebody who spent $50 yesterday to spend $75 tomorrow?
Oh, you asking for a lot. Oh, you did it.
And then your last question, and definitely the most important of all of them, is how do you get referrals? How do you orchestrate? How do you stimulate referrals? Referrals are super important because it's basically free money. This is a new customer that you didn't have to pay anything for.
Right, you didn't have to work really hard for.
Right, because it costs to get a customer. It costs to educate a customer.
Right.
Not when they're a referral.
All right, I love it.
So once you've answered those nine questions, you have yourself a solid sales plan, and from there it's just about executing.
All right, so Steve, real quick before I let you get out of here, thanks for stopping by.
Truly my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Where can people find you, follow you? Instagram, social media?
Oh, no. Yeah, we don't do any of that. You call me on the phone.
We gonna talk about that. You don't have no social media?
No.
You really don't?
I have an Instagram. That Instagram is for memes and jokes.
All right.
So I don't do business on the internet.
Okay.
I do business via email and on the phone.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at a lot of people. A lot of people like that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
The majority of the customers that I'm doing business with and trying to do business with, they don't do business online either. They also do business over the phone and via email.
All right, cool. I'll take that. With that being said, damn, the Kingmaker. Star Maker.
But I'll take that too.
All right.
Also the King and Queen Maker.
So check this out. Wait a minute. So I was listening to your podcast, right?
Yes,
And tell everyone the name of your podcast.
So I host the Only Business podcast, and it's called that because we only discuss
business.
Correct. There's enough intellectual baby food out there. Enough of these who should pay on the first date conversations. All right, it's intellectual baby food. Yeah, it's not fit for adult consumption. All right. When you're serious about life, you come on over to the OB podcast. I got you.
What is it called?
The Only Business Podcast.
I love it.
And
so
we are the Only Business Podcast.
Yo, so you got a segment on there that you got a show on there called Farmers versus Hunting.
Yes.
Touch a little bit about that, and then we'll make sure we lead everybody, because I think when I heard it the other morning, I was like, yo, that is like on point.
Yeah.
Talk to a little bit about it.
So in sales, you have your farmers and then you have your hunters. Your hunters are the ones going out searching for new business.
Right.
Your farmers are the ones who are nurturing the relationships that you have currently. Now, if you want to have a great organization, you're going to need to be able to do both. And you're going to have people around that can do both. But if you have somebody who does one or the other really, really well, that's fine too.
Farmers versus hunters.
Yes. Check out the Only Business Podcast. I have 2 episodes where we talk about the farmer versus the hunter. So the one just introduces the concept, and the other is called the hybrid sales approach, how you can be great at both hunting and farming.
I love it. All right. Only Business Podcast, on what channels can they catch it?
The Only Business Podcast is everywhere. So we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart. We're everywhere except Pandora.
Okay. All right. Well, Steve, thank you so much for stopping by.
Truly, truly my pleasure.
Go Birds.
No, I'm a 49ers fan.
Go Birds. It's your main man, Big Ive. Make sure you stay tuned. Also,
we'll be back next year.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Next year, Jesus. Make sure you check out, if you're a woman in business, make sure you also hit the link inside the description. DETV is having a Women in Business episode on the Every Woman Network that you probably see playing over my right shoulder to right over by Steve. You'll see it. That's the Every Woman Network. And we're doing a segment in there, a show or a series of women in business. And it looks like we're going to have some celebrity hosts here in the station to do that. Make sure you hit the link, sign up. If you're a woman and if you're in business, want to know business, need resources in business, this is the place for you. It's your main man, Big Ive, talking to town, and I'm here with my main man,
Steve, the Star Maker Johnson. Can I give a shout out?
Yeah, please.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Alan Dibb. Alan Dibb has a book called The One-Page Marketing Plan. This is where I got that framework that I just gave to y'all. He made it.
Move up a little bit.
I perfected it.
Move up a little bit. They can't say it again.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Alan Dibb. Alan Dibb has a book called The One-Page Marketing Plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got the framework that I just gave to y'all today.
Where can you get that?
The one PMP is available on Amazon, I believe.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
All
That's
right.
a good question.
Yeah, we want to make sure we put the link there. All right. It was a good book.
Amazing. I've helped a whole lot of people make a whole lot of money
Oh
based
my
on
God.
that book. Like, he calls that framework a marketing plan.
Yeah.
I just tweaked some of the language and turned it into a sales thing, and it works surprisingly well.
Wow. All right. We also got, let me see, on the Every Woman Network here on DETV, Women and Makeup and Mimosas. That will be actually taught by DJ Kiss, who is a certified makeup artist. We'll keep you informed of that. Make sure you hit the link. I think I might put the link in there too. Make sure you check it out. The one-page marketing plan on Amazon, right?
Yes, sir.
$23, $23.99. Make sure you check that out. All right, we're going to get out of here. Be sure to sign up for if you want to advertise, and let me get that for you here on DETV. Check this out. We are, as you can see, in 338,000 homes in the state of Delaware. YouTube last month, a little bit over 73,000 views. Social media, over 751,000 views. All of our social media. It's just insane, yo. But I tell you what, advertise. Bloodline, advertise turns into sales. Sales turn into some cash revenue that you can use to generate your organization or operation. Be sure to check us out. Follow us, DETV. Good morning, Wilmington. Hola, Delaware. Buenos dias, Delaware. And coming soon, Bonjour, Delaware. All Delaware related. Hyperlocal TV station. We're building our own PBS here in Delaware. Stay tuned. If you're a business person, you want to sign up to come. If I call you to get you here, and a matter of fact, you know who I'm calling out?
Who?
You ready?
Yep.
Brian DeSabatino. Wow. That from EDIS. Come talk business with me. And Mike over at the Chamber, the Delaware Chamber. Mm-hmm. I want to talk business. Let's talk business. Let's go. And the governor, Matt Meyer.
Matt Meyer, yep.
Yep, he's doing a good thing. He's doing a huge thing on business here in Delaware. So let's get him to the table, baby, and let's have a conversation. Talk to you on the other side of greatness. Is your main man, Ivan, and my main man, Big Steve. You out?
Yes, sir.
We out. All right, talk to you then.